No worries.
Hey, I'm just here with Ethan, who's on the Develop It program. Ethan, do you want to tell us who you are, what you do, and how you found out about the program?
Hi, I'm Ethan. I work in the personal insolvency industry. Sorry, what was the other question?
How you found out about the program?
So my wife told me about your program, and I've always been interested in property. So naturally, I was interested in doing a course as well.
Yeah, cool. And where are you based?
I'm based in Springwood, just south of Brisbane.
Okay, so Brisbane based.
Yep.
And insolvency, personal stuff. What does that actually mean for those people that don't know? What's your...
Yep. So we work in the government, and we administer bankrupt estates.
Okay.
Pretty much what I do.
So you've got a university degree, I'm guessing?
Yeah, my background's in law and business.
Okay, so law degree, completely not property related.
Yep.
So you're jumping into it. You've bought property before?
Yep. Yep. Bought our current home in 2018.
Okay, yeah. And
That
that was your first time you bought a property?
first and only, yes, so far.
Okay. And I know you guys are looking at buying, or were looking at buying, another investment property.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, that's it's not set in stone yet. We're looking around. We might even upgrade or look for property, or even use one of your strategies that you've showed in your course as well. For example, maybe subdividing or buying a piece of land and building a property as well.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So what was your intent with doing the course? Like, why did you, what has motivated you? I know you, your wife has said you've powered through it in what, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
What's the real motivation? Why have you decided to do it at all?
Yep. Well, because we were looking for a way to supplement our day jobs, and I've only ever been an investor, so investing in stocks and a bit of cryptocurrency as well.
Okay.
Same for Sandra in terms of cryptocurrency investing. In terms of other forms of income, such as a side hustle or business, I'm not really interested in owning a business. So investing and property were the 2 ways that I was interested in developing an additional stream of income. And yeah, naturally, I've always been interested in property, and what you said in the course about property development being a faster way than property investment to make more money in a quicker time frame, yeah, made me even more interested in completing the course.
Okay. And how have you gone with the program, understanding it? And then have you started implementing it yet, or are you still on that learning phase?
I'm still in the learning, very much in the learning phase. I've tried to implement a few things. For example, your tips about trying to get more finance and maximizing your borrowing capacity. So I spoke to a few financiers about that. But other than that, I haven't yet implemented your strategies just yet.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you are learning a completely new skill set.
Yep.
So I do tell people, and most of the guys that are in the program haven't developed anything at all. They're going from that passive investor over to being active, and basically the same thing, accelerating what they're doing. I just say learn all the material, soak it up first. There's some resources and some activities to do, like week to week. So have they been helpful, like the week to week, to get your head around the learning, and then also starting to take like baby steps before you launch in to doing it, you know, full blown?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, obviously property development is a very complicated beast. So by breaking it up into 7 stages across 6 weeks, bite-sized pieces is definitely much less daunting to start the journey of property development. And yeah, I mean, I did 6 years of uni, and your course is quite structured, so it's almost like a uni course where you've got your slides, and you obviously elaborate more on your slides as well. So yeah, definitely the structure behind your course and how you set it out in stages definitely helps understand property development much more easily.
Okay, awesome. Hopefully I've missed out all the boring stuff and it's just the good stuff, because I don't know about you, but I didn't want to do a 6-year uni degree to learn how to develop property.
Yeah.
And I went to uni for not quite that long, but I found a lot of university was all this theory, no practice. And then it just took so long to learn any of it. And then when you're actually in practice, you just use such a small amount of it.
Yeah.
So I suppose do you agree with me? It's fast tracked. You're not learning all the fluff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 95% of things that you taught, I've never heard of before or know already.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Especially about property development, for example. And I'm sure most people share my view as well. I always thought it was just, developing a block of units or some townhouses or subdividing, but I didn't realize about, obviously people don't really think about commercial development as much as well. And also being paid finder's fees and all that to look for property for developers as well. So there's definitely a lot more that you can do with property other than what I just mentioned.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So just lastly, what are you thinking you're going to do? What's your development strategy?
Yeah, so obviously being a complete novice, the easiest and obviously the least risk would just be to do a splitter, or buy land and build 1 or 2 houses on that. I don't really want to start obviously with a $10 million townhouse development anytime for the first project.
Yeah, awesome. And then what are you wanting to make by doing that in terms of either as equity or as profit if you sell them?
Likely it'll be profits, just so I can roll the funds over to the next project.
Yeah.
At this stage I'll be happy to just make $50,000 or $100,000 for the first project, if it can be done within a year.
Yeah, okay. That's easily achievable. I just went through an example in the coaching during the week in Brisbane, a Brisbane suburb, where I used an example from somebody else, where they'd made about 250 to 300,000 just over 12 months on a 1 to 2 lot subdivision.
Okay.
And they bought the land for just over 600,000. So there's no reason why you couldn't replicate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, 50 to 100,000, that is a very, very small deal. You could easily do that off the first one. Yeah. But if it took you, even if it took you, 2 or 3 months to learn the materials, and then it took you another couple of months to find a deal, if it took you 6 months to find that deal for 250, 300 grand, would it be worth doing it over the course of the next 12 months?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's a lot more than, what 99% of people make.
Yeah.
So definitely worthwhile.
Yeah, it comes in, one thing about property development, it comes in big lumps. And after you do that first one, you get this big lump of cash, and then you can just keep going again. Because the first one, you'll learn a lot of lessons, just inevitably by doing it. But if you start small, then work your way up, or start small and then do multiple. There's no reason. And I know guys that were doing 2 or 3 of those a year, like similar to the ones I mentioned, and they were making $500,000 a year just by doing 2 or 3. And they didn't have another day job. One guy in particular liked to go fishing. So he was out fishing during the week and would literally just do about 3 blocks, like 3 double blocks a year. And that was him, $500,000 a year. He was happy.
Yeah.
And it kicks the crap out of working for 40 or plus hours a week and making a lot less normally. Yep. So yeah, thanks for your time.
Oh, thanks, Alan.
And appreciate it. And hopefully other people, if they're in the same boat as you, never started, or a little bit lost on whether they buy an investment property or not, hopefully they've gotten something out of this by you sharing your experience in the program, and that you know, a splitter block or a small subdivision is possible for you with the right training. So thanks again, Ethan. I'll leave it at that.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks heaps.